Well, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Edouard Waffelaert. I am your speaker this evening, and I'm going to talk to you about DonAction, okay, which is a great program, a great platform, and bear with me, okay, and we'll go through it. If you don't understand something, you just ask question at the end, and I will be more than happy to answer. And if I don't know the answer, I will make sure that I get them to you, okay? And again, my name is Edouard Waffelaert. I live in on the East Coast of the United States, in the beautiful town of Savannah, Georgia, okay? And welcome to DonAction 5.0, which is the new version of DonAction, which is a mutual assistance platform, okay, also called crowdfunding. Okay, it's a French association under the law of 1901, founded the 31st of July, 2016. Okay, it's not an MLM, and it's not a business, or it's not an HYIP. Okay, it's a donation platform. In the internet business, there is so many popping every day, and everyone is different, and some of them last a very short period of time. They take your money and they run. There is some MLM where you have to recruit so many people that people get tired after a little while and abandon and quit. Okay. And it's not a business because there is not a front store, where you can buy something or sell something, or here there is nothing to buy, nothing to sell. It's just, a donation platform. Okay. So who is DonAction? DonAction is one donation, one action. Okay. They are a very legitimate company. Okay, they have offices in the little town of Saint-Maur-des-Fossés, which is a little town east of Paris. They have registered with the national associations of businesses because they have two, and this is their number, the W941 number, and they have a registration number also. They are registered with the taxes, they are registered with the National Institute of Economic Studies, and you're very, very, very welcome if you ever go to Paris to go and visit their office. Just give them a little call and say, I am in Paris, I want to see you, and they will be more than happy to make you visit their offices and answer any question you might have. So it is a very, very legitimate association. Okay, they pay dues, they pay taxes, they pay everything like, the government is asking them, because in France, the government controls everything, especially when it comes to finances. Okay, and for finances, this is their ORIAS immatriculation, which in France, it doesn't mean anything to anybody in the world, maybe except for the French, but it is an association who is under the Department of the Treasury, and he covers, the banking, the insurance, and everything to do with finances in France. So in order for them to be registered with this immatriculation, it is indeed, a very, very serious, asset. Okay. And here, you have the four owners of the company. Okay. To the left is Mr. Claudio Pinto, who is the president. And, most of the time is the one who are doing the conferences in France. They have a conference every night in Paris at about half an hour, 20 minutes from now. And every night, Claudio or sometime David. And now they have a person like me, okay, who helped them, doing conferences also. Okay, Monsieur Philippe Autran. okay, but this is the president. Here you have Stéphane Clot, who is the treasurer, and also is the one who will answer the phone and answer your emails, okay? Mr. David Vérin here is the secretary and also take care of communication, computers, and things like that. And to the left is Mr. Johan Del Rey, who is the programmer of the system that we're working with. And this gentleman lives in South America in the country of Ecuador. Okay, so now you know all the people. They're very accessible, and you know, you have nothing to worry. They are very live people. Okay, so what is, you know, DonAction? DonAction is a crowdfunding platform. Okay, so you give a donation, or you make a donation, and by the way, a donation is a donation. You cannot be reimbursed in case you change your mind. Okay, so it's like in everything, a donation is a donation, and it cannot be confused with a loan or some kind of dividends or equity or something like that. Okay, and here is how the system works. Okay, you give a donation, and in return you will receive donation. Okay, when you make a donation, this is the way it's being split. Okay, you have 10% who are going to the associations that DonAction supports and help around the world. There is 10% who are going to the business expenses of DonAction and for their offices and daily expenses and so on. And 80% is given back in the form of donations to the members. Okay? And is very transparent. As a matter of fact, the other day, you know, Mr. Pinto was filing, you know, the tax papers that they need to deliver every year to France. Okay, so believe me, it's very, very serious. Okay, and this is some of the associations they are donating to. The association Hogar Santa Lucia, which is in Ecuador. Okay, I don't know what they help with, but they're, you know, definitely a great organization. The association ADMS in Togo, okay, who take care of children. And here, this one here is the association AER, which is Association of the Children of the Rice Field, which is in Cambodia. And in November last year, they started giving checks around to those associations, okay? And here you have a picture in Togo where they went and gave, you know, some of the gift, and the people in Togo gave them a very welcome party. And they show them, you know, reconnaissance by saying thanks very much to the association DonAction. What I forgot to tell you also, someone I need to tell you also is that they collect toys and second-hand clothes to send to some of those associations in need of those products, okay? And also, what you can do is when you, I mean, if you join DonAction, which you should do, you can also have an association, okay, join DonAction, because an association, you know, is, you know, able to receive donation through the platform. And really, you can help an association by registering this association. It doesn't have to be only individual. It can be also association, okay? In some crowdfunding, you might be limited of the number of countries that you will reach. In DonAction, you reach the whole world, okay? So, it's something to think about, okay? here you see that, you know, where they gave, you know, the money. These two dormitories are for kids in Cambodia, and at the Association of the Children of the Rice Field. And what they do, you can in the back office buy a ticket, you know, a lottery ticket for €5, and every so often, every 6 months or something like that, or when they have enough money, enough tickets sold, they do a drawing, and one of the person, the one who is chosen, is going, all expenses paid, going to one of these associations in the world to go and visit them and to make sure that the money they're donating is really being used for the purpose it is intended. Okay, so last year, okay, there is one of the member who went with, I think it's Stefan. I am pretty sure it's Stefan Klo, because he got me some pictures, you know, out of Cambodia. So they went with this gentleman to Cambodia, visit the association, and then they took, you know, another week or so, you know, to go and visit the country and the sites and really enjoy themselves. They had a wonderful trip. So think about that. That's something one can do. Okay, so now we're getting to the heart of the matter here, okay? When you are registered, when you're paid in DonAction, which means when you give your donation of €100, okay, there is three things who are necessary for you to collect donations. The first one is you have to put a piece of identity, okay, like a passport, like a driver's license, and that's what we use in the United States, because we don't have an identity card, doesn't exist in the United States. And, you know, this kind of paper, plus you have to have a proof of residency, which can be done by giving the proof of a telephone bill, an electrical bill, any kind of bill, okay? You take a picture, and you know, you send that picture. It has to be on a JPEG format, and send that those pictures, you know, put them into your back office to be approved. Okay, the third one, which is very, very important, is you have to have a project. Okay, so the project can be anything personal, you know, like buying a house, buying a car, buying whatever you want, giving it to your neighbor if you want to, buying a boat, you know, it can be anything. But also, if you support an association, you can put some pictures of the association, the amount of money you like to give to the association, and you know, all the information you can. And at that point, you can create a PayPal button out of your PayPal account, and then put that button, you know, right here, okay, in your project, and then the people can click on it and make donation through PayPal. Unfortunately, so far, that is, you know, the only way you can put a button for people to donate. Okay. Otherwise, you will have to put, you know, a bank account or something like that. But the PayPal button is very convenient, and at that point, you can, you know, put this project into Facebook or any of other social media, and advertise for it, which will give you donation for that association, but at the same time will give you a lot of advertising. Okay, so be smart. You can use it. Okay, so this is what it is. Now, on the other hand, okay, we are going to talk about how you receive donation. Okay, this platform has a special strategy which will allow you to fulfill your project very rapidly. A unique strategy of people helping people. And that strategy is called the financial lever, okay? Which means that what you need to be eligible for to receive donation or donations, plural, because you will receive several, okay? You need yourself plus 2 people under you. That's all you need, 1 and 2 people, okay? And these 2 people will find their 2 people. If you have some excess people that like to register, then you give them to your downline, okay? Because you can register only 2 at that point in time, okay? That might change and will change. And you can add another branch, but every time you add another branch, you have to add, the same amount of people. I mean, 2 by 2 by 2. So 1, I think, is already enough. Okay. And so you have 1 person yourself who give €100 donation. Okay. And the 2 underneath you do the same. At that point, you're eligible to receive donation. And you have also, I remind you, to fill the 3 conditions I said earlier, okay? So the goal, of DonAction is to get 40,000 members in 1 month, okay? We're far from that. We have not achieved that. We're 10,000 members now, okay? So we need to get more people, okay? Because that's the way the system works, okay? The more the people, the better off everybody is gonna be. But if we were to reach 40,000 members, they who donate €100, that's 4 million euros. 10% going to the association, 400,000. 10% for the business expense of DonAction, 400,000. And 80% will be given back to your project, all of us, all of you, 3,200,000 euros. Okay, so think about that. Okay, that can make you, quite a bit of money very, very fast. Okay, so let's get together and let's meet the challenge. I think it's 2 people find 2 people. Okay, and everybody, play the game and everything. Okay, they will be, it will be a great success. Right now we have about 94, 96, I think, countries who are registered, who are coming in, sending people. The last one, funny enough, okay, but the last one who came in with some people was a few days ago, was Italy. You would think that Italy will be on top of the list, but no, they just started to reach, Italy when we have already people from India, from and all Africa, North, Center, South Africa. We have from all over the world, okay, the United States, Canada, Thailand, you name it, we have it, okay, so, Italy, ha ha ha. Very, very interesting. So it's coming great. Okay. So what the thing is, I just said was, people come from all over the world. You have people from France, Ivory Coast. You got people from India, the rest of the world. Okay. Oops, I skipped a little too fast. Here we go. Okay, and so all the money, all the donations are going into the same till, and they are split between everybody. Okay, so let's move on. Let's get as many as we can. And now this is the way, okay, the donations work. The donations move around in our community by team of 6 donators. Okay. So you need your 2, and you 2 will have 2 each, and you will have 6 people. And that's a pack, if you like to call it that way, okay? Which means 6 donators, 6 project holders who give you donation. The donations, of course, will come from all the corners of the earth, because you're entering, what is called the world matrix. The world matrix is everybody's going one by one into the world matrix. You need your 2, okay? and register paid for people. But when you enter the world matrix, it goes one by one. It's only when you exit the world team that it will make a difference, because then they will come back to your team, okay? Or the two that you sponsor, okay? So every time you will move from team to team, that will increase the donation you receive for your project. Every time you advance in the team, a flag will indicate on your progress bar for the moment you can withdraw your donation. It is called a match, okay? You will have in due time 4 positions, okay? Who will do the same once you reach the 16XL, okay? So this is the way it works. The minimum donation received for in each team of 6 is, in the world team, 140 euros. Okay, in the 2XL is 280 euros, and the 4XL 600, 1400, 2800. Okay, so what happened is that once you got 2 team of 6, you will get out, okay, of the world matrix going to the 2XL. These people will follow you, and the people behind will push you into the 4XL, and so on and so forth until you reach the 16XL, okay? And the 16XL is, you know, the top of the top, because you will be making quite a bit of money to start with. But do not forget that all the 8 and the 4 and the 2 and the 1, the world matrix, you know, will keep on cycling all the time. So every time you have 2 teams, bingo, you take this one. And even when you get on the 16XL, when they follow you, it will be the same. And then the 16XL as step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the number 7, let me tell you, it's unbelievable, you know, how much money in donations you will receive. It's in the order of $200 and some thousand that you can cycle once a month, once a week, once a day. All depends how many people are behind you. And the same thing with all of them, okay? So here in the bottom, you will have your progress bar, okay, who will tell you where you are, okay? Right now, if you look in your back office, they are not completely adjusted, okay? They will be completely finished, adjusted when we open, which will be August 9th. They will, yes, been extended from the 4th to the 9th because there was too many glitches in the system. They had to shut it down almost for a day and another day for a few hours and so on. And it's progressing all the time, so they want to give a chance to the people and to be able to register and not lose time. Another thing, because these people, you know, the owners are listening to us and to you, to everybody, okay? There is some people who said, you know, the 4th, you know, it's a little tight because people get their paycheck on the 6th or the 7th, okay? And this kind of thing. So not to let anybody, you know, behind, you know, they extended with the little glitches plus the request of some people, they extended it until the 9th. And that's when it will start. They will shut down the place, okay, the platform that the day at midnight, and they will readjust everything, and they will open a few hours later, and then you will see in your back office where you are at that point in time, how much money you have, how much money you can collect, and so on and so forth. So it is very exciting. But every time you will cycle, you know, you will see this bar changing. But when you have a cycle twice, you will see the match flag will come up, meaning that you can collect, you know, those donations, okay? So that's the way it works. So also, when you get to the 16XL, okay, 2 things are going to happen, okay? First, okay, you will be giving 4,200 euros to help 21 people to be able to come into DonAction. These 4,200 euros will be taken automatically out of your back office. You have nothing to do and nothing to worry. Also, because these $4,200 will be given back to you once these people reach the time where they have enough money in their back office, this money will be sent back to you, okay? So it's a loan, okay, that you're doing to help people. That's why this platform is genius, because it's people helping people, okay? It's not just the one at the top make a bundle of money and the one behind are left behind. Not at all, not at all. And that's why they are, you know, doing the system of the world matrix where everybody is one behind the other one, okay, just to help people push and in order to start getting, you know, money. So you see, okay, before I say that, the rest, I want to tell you that when you reach the 16XL, you have one position to start with running. Okay, once you reach the 16XL, you're going to get 3 more positions for free. Okay, one will be activated immediately. Okay, and the other one will be activated once you have 10 people under. Once you have 10 people under, you will have, you know, a group of 10 people. You will it will activate the second, the third position, and then the same thing, 10 people in the fourth position, in such a way that you can collect, you know, 4 times the amount, 4 times in the world matrix, 4 times in the 2XL, 4XL, 8XL, and the 16XL. Okay, and so you will be helping $4,200 4 times, which will you will recuperate, you know, later. But in the total, you would have helped 84 people. And here you see this thing where, you know, you have the whole world, okay, and the people enter in the world matrix and they're being pushed, and when they exit, okay, they get into the 2XL. Okay, and what is called, it's a follow me system, which means that the people are pushing you, who are below you, who are pushing you up, they stay with you. They don't go anywhere. You don't have to find another group of people, and so on. No, they stay with you. And you know, when you have 2, okay, you go to the 4XL, but the 2 are underneath you. Once they have their 2 groups of 6 following them, they push you in the 4, get you out of the 4 and get you in the 8. You see, and that's the way, you know, the system works. And it's the mathematical algorithm has been absolutely genius, you know, the way they did it. Okay, now that's the new thing for, well, oh, excuse me, hold on a second, I went a little too fast. Here we go. This is the new thing who is coming, that I wanted to make all the one who have been following me and who knows the system, okay, the new thing coming up. Okay, starting the month of September, you will be able to register your friends who do not have the means. They don't have the money to do it. Okay, for €5, they can register and they will be put in what is called a chamber. Okay, then they will enter the waiting room, and when they will have €100, they will be pushed into the world team by the spillover or by signing some affiliate. There is 3 levels into that waiting room: 5, 25, 50. Okay, so you see, you don't have the money, you get €5. Okay, and if you sign up 20 people at €5, that's €100. Okay, and that will push you, you know, into the waiting room, and out of the waiting room into the world matrix. Okay, so as when you climb to 25, okay, you will be going to the waiting room, and little by little, the people who enter are going either to push you out and enter the world matrix, or you by signing up some people on the same level, okay, which is either 2 at 50 or 4 at 25, 1 at 100, that's possible, okay, or 20 at €5. Then that will give you a chance to enter the world matrix, okay? So now I think everybody is being given a chance to get into that wonderful platform, okay? So what are the conditions to withdraw your donation? I told you earlier, it's to upload your project, having made your donation, having completed your profile, and having 2 people paid under you. And that's what I discussed earlier, okay? By type of donators, okay? 8 project holders directly under you minimum, okay? And at 25, 4, at 53, and at 100, 2. So when you sign right now at 100, you need your 2 underneath, okay? So if you enter at 50, you will need 3, okay? And so on and so forth, okay? So there is you and the 2, okay, who are fully paid, okay? So that's, you know, the way it's going to work starting next month. Now, another thing that I have changed the wording, and I said so in other conferences, okay, you can give your interest to someone else, okay? In French, they say it differently, okay? And here in the States, I didn't want to put the same wording because you can have some trouble, you know, with the law and the lawyers, okay? What in essence it means, it is that for whatever reason, you don't want to keep your interest in DonAction, you can gift it to someone else, whether it's because of illness, whether it is because you want to gift it to someone, you're getting you know, old and you know, you have some kids who need the money, well, you can gift it to them, okay, or to anyone else for that matter, okay? So this is great because let's say you are cycling, you know, in the 16 Excel on the level 3 or 4, where you know, at that point you'll be making maybe 4,000 or 5,000 a day in donations. You know, you don't want to, you know, to abandon that at all. So you can gift it to someone, okay? And then on your anniversary date, you will have to renew your membership. Like in any association in the world, when you belong to an association, well, you have a membership and you have to renew it, you know, every year, okay? And so what is the cost of the membership? You know it already, it's €100. So for €100, you know, you will renew your membership. But I can tell you that at that time, when you renew your membership, DonAction will wish you a very happy anniversary and we'll have a special something, believe me, because at that point you will be very, very well off. You will have at least done your, I mean, satisfied or fulfill your life project, okay? By the way, if you put an amount and you have reached that amount in your life project, okay, well, you can put another one, okay? You're not limited to one project. You can, you know, this one has been done, finished, paid, I mean, received in donation, so you can do another one, okay? No problem, okay? Now, this is the way that you get in and pay. And this is the way you collect your money also, okay? There is several payments processors already available and more to come, okay? Right now you can pay with your bank account, you can pay with Visa, with a MasterCard, you can pay with PayPal, you can pay with MoneyGram, you can pay with Western Union, you can pay with so many things. at least, you know, one of them will apply to you. Okay. Now to collect your money, there is some things who are existing right now, and some will be coming. Okay, you have Payeer. Now, for me in the United States, I cannot use Payeer. They don't want that in the States, you see. So that's one thing. Okay, so I cannot use that one. Mango Pay, you have a back office, so you can file for Mango Pay, but Mango Pay has a card that is reserved to the European community. You have Add Cash. I don't know exactly how it works, to be honest with you. I really don't. And you have Le Pay. Le Pay is a debit card, okay, who is almost international. There's few countries who don't take it. The advantage of Le Pay, okay, is that there is no ceiling on how much money you can put on the card. And that card is anonymous, kind of, okay? I ordered mine. It took me 3 weeks, and I received it about almost a week ago. And it came from Malta, okay? So the people at DonAction recommend that card very, very much, okay? So that's, you know, one of the best at that point in time. But there is more work coming. DonAction planned by maybe the end of the year, okay, to have their own card, okay? Because of their ORIAS affiliation, they have the right, you know, to do anything they, the right to have their own card. The question was in the chat, how much is the Le Pay card? Le Pay card is free, okay? You don't have to pay a penny, okay? Now, another thing which is coming also is Bitcoins. Bitcoins will be coming in the near future. And another thing was coming also for the African country, and I understand more, they're talking more about the center type of Africa, the middle of part of Africa. It's a card or some kind of payment exchange, whatever, called Orange, okay? Which works very well in Africa, because over there is a lot of countries who cannot have PayPal. I have some people in my downline from Ivory Coast. They cannot have cards, prepaid card, PayPal, and so on and so forth. They're very, very limited in what they can get, but apparently Orange works, okay? So for whoever is with me, with DonAction, and with Paid For, keep on having faith, things are moving, okay? And I just want to thank you very much for listening. And right now, I'm going to stop the recording and take your question. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.